The United States government entered its 20th day of shutdown on October 20th, 2025, already the longest full government shutdown in American history. But here's what makes this different from every shutdown before it. While 900,000 federal workers sit at home without paychecks, and another 700,000 work without pay, the U.S. military is actively conducting lethal strikes in the Caribbean. On October 18th, the U.S. struck its seventh vessel in international waters since September, bringing the death toll to at least 32 people. 2 survivors were returned to Ecuador and Colombia. Ecuador released their survivor on October 21st, stating prosecutors found no evidence he committed a crime. The Colombian survivor remains hospitalized with brain trauma. Meanwhile, 1,400 federal employees at the National Nuclear Security Administration, the agency that oversees America's nuclear weapons stockpile, received furlough notices on October 20th. This has never happened before in the NNSA's 25-year history. Workers at the Pantex plant in Texas, who reassemble nuclear warheads, some of the most sensitive jobs in the entire nuclear enterprise, are now home without pay. And yet, National Guard troops continue deploying to Portland and Chicago over protests that federal judges described as fewer than 30 people and largely sedate. A federal appeals court ruled Monday that these deployments can proceed in Portland, overturning a lower court that said the protest didn't justify military response. Here's the structural contradiction. President Trump announced on October 20th he had identified funds to pay military personnel and FBI officers during the shutdown. But nuclear security staff? Furloughed. Air traffic controllers? Calling out sick, causing delays at major airports. The Justice Department? A whistleblower told 60 Minutes on October 20th that a senior DOJ official told attorneys they might need to tell federal courts, "Fuck you," and ignore orders blocking deportations. President Gustavo Petro of Colombia accused the U.S. of murdering an innocent fisherman named Alejandro Carranza in a September 16th strike. His boat was adrift with engine failure and distress signals active. Trump responded by calling Petro an illegal drug leader, cutting all U.S. aid to Colombia, and announcing new tariffs. Colombia recalled its ambassador on October 20th. International Crisis Group analyst Elizabeth Dickinson called it profoundly unwise of the United States to alienate its strongest military partner in Latin America at a moment when tension between Washington and Venezuela are at its highest point in recent years. The pattern is clear. The system can fund external force, but cannot fund internal function. It can strike boats in the Caribbean, but cannot pay the people who maintain nuclear weapons. It can deploy National Guard to American cities, but cannot keep nuclear security experts at work. This isn't just government dysfunction. This is structural incoherence. Energy flowing outward while the core hollows from within. This is Walter Report. Full analysis at themenace.ai.